So, underperformed like hell was the impression that Sunder was giving there from his interview with Uli over in LA here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge. Just had to throw that in.
Yeah, so, I mean, he said that POV probably not going to go further. They're going to get destroyed by a European team if they meet them, which
I can understand his. Yeah, I mean, you know, that is a fair comment. But then, if you asked him earlier if they were ever going to lose to POV, he would have said no. They will get destroyed. So you know, it's one of those things. You know, don't take it. I mean, I'm if POV high on momentum, and you know, obviously he said that he underestimated the players. But I mean, that's odd. Why would you ever underestimate a team in a professional tournament? I mean, it's not even something that you consider. It's like, you know, you go in and play your A game to start with. If it feels easy, then if you want to slack off a bit, you know, and still get the kills, that's because you are, you know, better. But, you know, you go in playing your A game versus anybody in a tournament. Yeah.
So just before that game earlier on, we said, you know, if MTW loses this, they're out. And now we're going to say the same thing because MYM are going to go up against MoB. And if MYM loses, they're pretty much out.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think MYM probably will beat MoB.
Yeah. Sorry. I know, I was just making it hard for you then.
Do you want to elaborate on the yes?
No, I think you've covered it all pretty much. I'm just going to go on break.
Yeah, so considering the fact that, you know, if MoB can beat Mug and Mouse, and then if they beat MYM, then they will be the ones that come through second. So rather than MYM. So it's, again, another big game for MYM. We've got MoB just joining the server now. We've got Paladin, Insano, Hollis.
We're on the same server.
Yeah, same server. You know.
All right, I was just checking there was another game going on the other server.
A couple of the MIBR guys still on here. So I'm not sure what map it's going to be. We're just about to move through onto the server. So this is going to be a really interesting game. Like we said, MoB won the CEVO Pro playoffs. Again, it was only online, but...
Online heroes.
Yeah.
As I dubbed a few players that beat me online.
Well, actually, you know...
Well, I say that, but they haven't really had that many opportunities to kind of turn up to LAN and as many others. So we'll see if it's a good transition from online to LAN, you know.
Well, so, you know, POV, before the... after the gameplay game, before the MTW game, I was reading around while I was having my break. And, you know, a lot of people say... POV are an online team. They call them online as well, like, especially after the gameplay win where they got slaughtered, gameplay loss where they got slaughtered. People are like, yeah, this just proves it, you know, POV complete online, as they probably would have beat them online. But actually then they went out and they beat MTW. So, you know, you can't ever underestimate the practice that online gives you, and I guess almost the naivety and freshness that being a mainly online team gives you when you come to LAN, because it's like a whole new experience and people don't know what you're going to do.
But it's also unknown for the team itself that comes to LAN, because sometimes you have fantastic online players, and once you take them out of their comfort zone, which is often when you get to a LAN experience, they can either, some players thrive on the pressure or the adrenaline, and some players completely buckle. So that's why a lot of players, you say, are called online, because everyone sat at home at their very comfy desks, similar to our fantastic ones here. Of course, they're going to play fantastic, but when you go to LAN, you may be slightly more uncomfortable. Okay, so is it going to be actually MoB versus MYM as the next match? I mean, because we've also
still got a good couple of guys in here, but yeah, MoB versus MYM.
Okay, cool. And also, so this is going to be the Group D match, which will decide, in theory, who should come second or third. If we put our money on MoB, for all we know, MIBR will be losing to Mug later. But also, Group C. That's going to be going on after. We're going to be covering Group C afterwards, or is it going to be at the same time? Yeah, I'd imagine it is.
Just pick off the games in each one, I guess. So SK against EG is another game that should be coming up a little bit later on. Like I said, we're here till till the early hours.
Yeah, and so should you be, by the way. No, you don't have to be. You can sleep if you like. If your mum's like complaining, like what you're doing. You'd be like, I'm watching Jay and Joe talk about Counter-Strike. She'd be like, oh, that's all right then. That's good. Yeah, so up until the early hours, but obviously if you're in America, it's a pretty comfy time to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're going to trek it out the long haul and try and show you as many of these games this weekend as possible.
Yep.
Obviously, all going to be Counter-Strike today, tomorrow World of Warcraft and the Counter-Strike playoffs, and on Sunday will be the grand finals. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out top, because the prize money, 80,000 in total.
Yeah, over 2 games.
Yeah, so 50,000 up for Counter-Strike, and also 30 for some reason up for WoW. Normally it's more, but that's still quite good for a weekend's work. Especially if you come first, because you're actually picking up 15K in WoW, or is it 25 in CS?
In Counter-Strike, yeah, it's 25 first, 10 for second, 6 for third, 4 for fifth, 4 for fourth, and 2.5K for fifth and sixth. What about WoW?
WoW is roughly just kind of, they're going to share it round. It's a bit like gold when you kill a raid boss.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we've actually moved over onto Nuke as well. So this could be quite an interesting one. Should MoB, be better knifers? Which I don't know. Maybe they will be. Well, we'll see.
They should be
about
better knifers with a name like MoB. It suggests, knifing ability.
The MoB, the MoB,
I'm
like the skull, right?
Yeah, but I'm not suggesting Vinny, makes his players knife fight each other for survival of the fittest. Like, that'd be weird. I never said that.
So just waiting for the HLTV to kick in, which it just has, I said that. So, and then also waiting for 1 player from each team. We've got 4 in from MYM, 4 in from MoB, and then we're going to get this one underway. So let's talk a little bit about Nuke, because actually we've only seen Train and Dust 2 today. We've not seen any other
I've done Nuke. You missed it.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing Nuke earlier. It was really good.
So why don't you tell us about Nuke then?
Basically, lots of corridors, huts, places to go, 6 bomb sites. Interestingly enough, most people think there's 2 actually, and yeah, so it's very complex as far as a map goes.
Right. So realistically,
I get paid to say this kind of stuff as well. Isn't that messed up? It doesn't work, does it? Life's not fair.
Yeah, that is pretty messed up. So, yeah, Nuke, CT-sided. So, obviously, the team that wins the knife round, most likely to go CT, get as many rounds as they can from the start, and then go into the harder side second half. So, it'd be interesting to see MoB take the take the knife round, and then take the first pistol, because that would put a lot of pressure on MYM to actually, get themselves back into the game. And because, as we've said before, if they lose, chances are they're out.
Yeah, absolutely.
They could still survive if Mug and Mouse go crazy.
Mug and Mouse, crazy name, crazy team. But the reason we're probably about a 5-minute downtime is when MYM obviously lost to MIBR, and the fact that they're all Polish, there was going to be a cigarette break, wasn't there?
I don't actually know if any of them smoke. I think 1, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Don't say that when I say interesting, made-up facts.
Yeah, because let's just make a fact up.
Make a fact up. 99% of facts are made up. Does it make sense?
So I'll give you a team rundown from MoB.
Do it.
I can actually do that, because we have all 5. So Hollis, Insano, Paladin, Know It You Love, and Lim.
And who's your favourite from that?
It's definitely Paladin. Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah?
Yeah, good player. Interesting
name.
Yeah, good player. Not to be confused with a World of Warcraft Paladin.
Oh, what?
Yeah, what? And then MYM, of course, same old lineup when they've been together. As Jay said, I think, what did he say? Since they were 10.
No.
Or something.
Didn't say that.
And that was Luke, Kuban, Lord, Taz, and of course Neo. So again, just waiting for Neo to sort himself out. And then I think we've lost one of the MoB guys as well. So still things going on there. Of course, the other games in the group will be MIBR versus Mug and Mouse. And then over in Group C, we also have SK versus EG, 50 Cal versus Revolution Sports, although I think that's not just yet. That might be just after this one. So I think SK versus EG might be coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the tough one. But the tough one that's just happened, MYM versus MIBR.
Actually tell
and MIBR have actually already done the hard work, so they should be qualifying.
C. So, yeah, 4 a.m., 4 p.m.
Oh, you've actually got this day? No.
Yeah.
Is this the...
This is today.
Yeah, so the next day we can see that who plays who.
Yeah, of course you can. It just says winner bracket 1.
No, no. Yeah, you're right, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. So C's
Just to
here.
point out, the person that wrote this is the person doing that interview with Sunday, Uli. So thanks, Uli, for all the information.
So we have more games coming your way tonight. We're here till well.
Stop saying the time because it's
5.
Yeah. We're here until it finishes.
Yeah, this is also true. And then of course we're here tomorrow for.
We're here when it starts tomorrow.
We're here when it starts, and we're here till it finishes, and then the same on Sunday, really.
Yeah, so it's going to be an awesome tournament. I mean, I know you're particularly looking forward towards the World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Your debut cast will obviously come in. Obviously, you know, you've requested a solo cast for WoW, which is, you know, obviously I admire and respect. And I'm sure we can sort that out for you. But if you just ignore me, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. Yeah? Keep coming.
So we wait for Neo. We need like a live link to LA where we can prod people or get
a live prodder. Yeah, we should hire someone like that. That would be good. Like someone who stands behind the players and like, wait, what are you doing? Where are you going? Actually, we have our admin team out there. Obviously,
apparently MYM are huddling together.
Why are you not telling me this in my ear? I'm important too. Because
you were talking at the time. You were talking, Jay, and we know that you can't, you know, multitask. So if someone talks to you while you're talking, you just go,
Dude, what are you on about?
So, yeah, MYM still huddling, you know, doing the thing as they do, having fun, talking about Nuke and how they're going to beat MoB and what happens if they lose, if they go away.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. All right, so, sorry, someone was talking in my ear, so I was a bit distracted. See, I can handle it. It's fine. I can multitask. I can hear you talking in Joe's ear. Restarts are coming, baby, says the producer.
We are waiting for the restarts. It should be coming up. And then Jay has his big moment once again. Casting the
I'm pretty excited. I've been sharp.
What's the favourite ever knife round you've ever cast?
Oh, back in, I think it was 1998, the epic game. No, there is no favourite knife round that I've casted.
Why?
Well, because they're all my favourites. Because people get stabbed. I'm not a good role model for children, by the way. Don't just... No. Okay? Although Nor's Joe a good role model for children. Don't grow your hair like this guy, okay?
This is grown straight from skinhead, as I'm sure some of you are aware. But we are having an auction to see who can come up with the biggest amount of money from one person, and they actually get to shave my hair off.
I don't know.
To charity, of course.
I think if you agreed to have someone shave your head for an amount of money, and then the whole community agreed that they would all put up £1, you know, and just have the luck of the draw to win it, then you'd have to shave your head for £1.
Well, I did it for free before, so it's no problem.
No, you didn't. You paid some ridiculously expensive hairdresser in Norway to shave your head.
That's true, actually.
And the hairdresser was actually gay, and then insisted you didn't because he really liked your hair and started stroking you.
Yeah.
So...
Anyway, back to the
Counter-Strike. That's actually true, by the way.
So back to the Counter-Strike. We have 10 players in the server, both teamed up as well. So for MoB, we have Paladin, Hollis, Insano, Noit you love. I'm pronouncing that wrong, I think.
Do it Noit. I like Noit.
Noit
like
you love.
Noitu, probably, because love is probably just thrown on there for the hell of it.
Yeah. So we'll just call him Noit. Then Lim, then obviously Kuban, Lord, Neo, and Taz. And... we're just doing some mouse corrections, apparently, according to Taz, even though he's just played a whole game.
MIBR.
Yeah, he's played a whole game.
And realised, hang on a minute, this isn't my mouse.
Yeah.
That's why we lost.
And then all the Intel Extreme Master spectators, and of course, HLTV. They're all ready as well, just not MYM.
Yeah, just not MYM. So, I mean, this is going to be a very important match if you've joined us. So, obviously, if MoB can take down MYM, they have the possibility of pulling a POV out, we can actually qualify second, and we'll put another American team through. And now we're expecting, obviously, an American team to go through from Group C and A. And if we have an American team from each one, that means 3 European. Well, actually, no, it'll be 1 South American and 3 European and 4 American teams, if that is going to be the case. But, I mean, it's going to be a tall order for any team to take down MYM. MIBR did do it, but really they were just playing such a better tactical game. And actually, later on, it seemed that they weren't just playing better tactically, but also aim-wise as well. So they deserved the win, even as close as it was. And actually, it was a very even map, and there was a pistol round for each team, but they both played a better T-sided, so pretty odd for a train match, really, but, you know, exciting to see it. It's nice to see those kind of matches this early on in group stages, and as we said, you know, even though we're on group stages, we've had tough games. Yeah,
you know it's a good tournament when you have games like MTW against Gameplay Rocket in the group stage and MYM against MIBR as the first group game. So, you know, that's when you know it's a good tournament, and I guess you could say that about, you know, it's a good tournament when MTW get knocked out in the group stage. That just doesn't happen.
Well, that just means if you say that's a good tournament because MTW get knocked out, that either sounds like because of the level of competition, or you just really don't like MTW?
No, I actually like MTW.
Because I don't think MTW fans are saying, hey, this is a really good tournament. My team just lost. Well, it's a toughie.
This is the same thing. We are going to go into the knife round now, and the big story around this game is if MYM lose, they can go home and party with MIBR with MTW. So we are live in the knife, and Jay, take it away.
Take it away. So following Neo, then no knifing kills have happened yet. Actually, 2 then go for women, and that goes a 4th and a 5th, and it's over. And that was a little bit of an anti-climax. It feels like, yeah. Bit of an anti-climax knife round for me then. I don't normally finish that quickly, but I'm sorry.
So MYM decide they are going to stay on the CT side. Predictable choice on them. And let's see how they handle the pistol. So we are live, MYM versus MoB. And no doubt Vinny will be shouting behind the MoB team now as they get themselves set up. We have Luck on the inner, on the upper side. Because I've been casting train all day, I will be calling it inner for a while until I get used to it again. Luck just up on the rafters there. Lim just chilling out around the car in the terrorist spawn. I think that MoB are having a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, Hollis has run straight back
in the corner. It's not, I mean, fun. They've all
I think it's going to be restarted now, as none of the MoB team are moving. And actually, MYM put a heavy defense on ramp there. So we'll see next time if they're going to come with the same tactic. And, well, if MoB do decide to go ramp, we will have probably an advantage to MYM, but we'll see. So anyway, a kind of a duff pistol round, if you can call it that, firing dum-dums. And so we'll be going into the other pistol round. That was a bit of an anticlimax as well. I felt a bit like my knife round.
Yeah, so yeah, Noit actually crashed completely then, so he's going to come back in. So yeah, I mean MYM. The thing is about the pistol round is we have to reset the abacus.
It's got a reset button just there, but we just try to do it manually.
The thing about the pistol round on new CTs is that you probably want to put an extra 1 or maybe even 2 like MYM did there on ramp, because on pistol round it's a lot easier to just literally 5-man rush straight into ramp and overpower it, because obviously there's no automatic weapons there to kind of spray through you. So MYM.
Can you still get those bouncy around corner grenades on ramp? I play CSS and it's got like a curve and you can throw it and it kind of spins round. Is that still, is that CS 1.6 as well, or?
Yeah, I mean the grenades.
Sure, why not?
Do go against walls like that. But.
All right then, so it doesn't look like they're serious yet, as they're wasting all their grenades in high.
Yeah, we're actually we're waiting for someone else. Now we've dropped another one from MoB. Noit is back, but we did lose another one. So MYM just kind of tearing through them at the moment, and just keep.
So again, this is a situation where we have the stronger team in the stronger starting position. We saw that with gameplay, you know, versus, you know, was it POV, which they absolutely destroyed. I mean, I'm kind of expecting a similar story, unless MoB live up to the reputation that I've heard of. So, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy one to call, you know. The last game, you would have said is probably an easy one to call. After POV got destroyed by gameplay, you'd have gone, well, this is MTW. Like, these are one of the teams that you can consider whether they're, like, the #1, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
argue they're the #1 team in the world, and they've been playing extremely well. But the fact is that they just got knocked out against POV, who compared are literally nothing. And it's kind of the same story here. But actually, we are going to be going live, and we'll see exactly how MYM handle the ramp room. It looks like they're going for a similar sort of thing. We've got Neo actually in ramp room on boxes. Kuban is going to be watching there as well. But it looks like MoB are sending 1 or 2 round the outside,
yeah.
3 at the moment inside the radio lobby. And actually, I'm just going to quickly go into options.
I've actually got MoB comms at the moment.
Yeah, I've just turned them off. That's what was...
yeah, how do I turn those off?
In options. Obviously, it's probably quite interesting to listen to the comms, but, you know, of course, no, go to voice.
So man, they don't sound American.
Actually, just putting in there, Insano going to take down. Look, Taz actually up there on the rafters. Good stuff from Paladin. He manages to grab 1 kill for kill, though. And Noit comes up with 2, and it's now a 2-on-1 in favor of MoB. Neo, the last one remaining for MYM. A huge player, but what's he going to do? Yeah, he's going to get taken down there by Noit, and great stuff. And you still didn't manage to turn them off. You go to options.
What are you on about?
And apply.
I did apply. You didn't apply. They don't sound American, man. I think they got a couple of ringers from the Middle East and the... Or maybe the voice comms. There we go. It was definitely you, by the way. It wasn't me.
Sounds from yours, actually.
No, it's not.
Here comes MoB once again there. They took the pistol around on T side, the weaker side here on Nuke, and they're going to be looking to build on that one as well. As that grenade's going to go down into ramp room. MP5 for Insano, which is a cool name, by the way. Hollis is going to take down Look. As they continue to spray. Insano grabbing 1 as well. Kuban, lovely, just dodging left and right behind the wall there with the Deagle. He's going to take down, be taken down by Insano. Noit grabs the frag as well. It's all up to Lord now, who's again carrying the Deagle, and Paladin actually sprayed him from the other room there, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that was the case. But what a great start for MoB. I mean, obviously losing the knife round is in awesome fashion what they did. But I mean, you know, this is the perfect start for them. Let's see if they can keep up this momentum. And again, we're in a situation that we saw MTW when you start losing versus a team that could, you know, potentially knock you out of the tournament. You're under pressure. So how are MYM going to handle the pressure? We saw MTW didn't do it very successfully, but MYM probably shouldn't be too phased by this at the moment.
Yeah, nades going into the upper bomb site here as well. Grenades going down towards ramp, and MoB are going to be pushing down through ramp room very, very quickly here. And obviously...
And actually, Neo's having to back down into lower bomb site as he doesn't want to defend.
With MYM, they just haven't got the guns right now, so it's really hard to defend when they're pushing right up in your face with the MP5s and AKs when you've only got pistol. Paladin going to shut down 1. There goes Hollis as well. Taz finally going to reply with the USP frag. Oh, lovely shot from Lim there. Caught Taz mid-air with a headshot. And that's not something you see every day. But now MYM have some money, and now they can defend. Expect MoB to move a little bit slower now.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's MYM who should be taking these rounds. So in theory, we're going to be looking for a MYM round. If MoB do manage to secure it, they've done fantastically. And that'll be the best start they could have hoped for versus such a team like MYM.
Nades going down once again from MYM as they put 2 men up on the rafters there. Kuban going to drop down here into ramp as well. Taz going to go down.
Wow.
Brilliant stuff from Insano. Lim going to come in here as well. Noit going to be watching up by the top of ladder, but here comes Luck and Kuban. And Paladin and Noit both going to go down. It's a 2-on-3. Still MoB have the advantage, but in comes Hollis as well. Just taken down Luck just after he killed Insano. And now it's 2-on-1, just the Kuban remaining with 1 HP. Grenade coming up, and it takes him out. That was, I just saw the grenade being pulled as I switched over there to Kuban, and he was taken out of the game. So 4-0 MoB are leading on the T side.
Yeah, and brilliant play from Insano, opening up that map. But also Hollis, smart to wait it out, waited for backup, and then the grenade came in. They were obviously going to secure that versus a 1 HP. But still, you know, you say that, but it could have gone either way. But Hollis seems to be doing a lot more calling than anyone else. So it must be the strat caller, as I can see his name flashing up a lot.
Yeah, here come the nades once again from MoB, all inside of the upper bomb site there as well. Insano again going to take down Neo.
Wow.
And Taz as well. Lim grabs the frag for himself, and it looks like MoB going to be going down low this time. Kuban USP shuts down Lim, and now he's all up to Luck, who is shut down by Insano. And you know, Insano is actually pretty insane. He's a very, very good player, and so far killing a lot of people.
Fragging a lot of people. But I mean, that was a really nice 3-2 split attack. I mean, Lim obviously still challenging, stopping the rotation happening up the upper. Died himself, but had good backup. So they're playing fantastically as a team on the 3-2 splits, but also on the rushes right now. Yes. So 5-0 the score. Again,
Hollis is just setting himself up inside the lobby there, spraying a little bit through the wall into Hut. Actually, Luck is kind of pushing his way around from the garage, just making sure the outside is all right, making sure it's clear. Insano looked like he was thinking about moving over, and they've got one up actually on top of Red Rock, which I have to be a little bit careful about, because Luck will literally just snipe him out of the air. Things moving a lot slower now for MoB. Looks like the push could come into ramp room though. Lim just going to drop flashes. Smokes into there. As you can see, MYM do have a couple of people in the upper site there, just outside of Hut, and one up on rafters as well. Neo is still watching ramp room. We've just hit the 1 minute mark, and it looks like the push is going to come into the upper bomb site. Noit just setting up the flashes into that upper site, and they're obviously just going to hit a point on the clock and then just go rush, and then just head themselves into the site.
Pants on head, run in. No?
Flashes going to come in now. Here comes a push from MoB. Paladin going to flash out. And as they move out, spots one up there by Ladder. Oh, absolutely ripped to pieces by MYM there. Lord, Neo, Kuban, all getting frags. And it's all up to Noit now, who is shut down by Taz through the Hut. And that was a nice try by MoB. You saw exactly what they were going for, but MYM just had their number.
Well, yeah, exactly. They had their number. That was the exact problem. They set up in the upper. I mean, they only had Neo on ramp room. Obviously, Luke, was there to actually, you know, rotate and help. Had they have gone for an attack in ramp, they could have maybe put it up to 6. So unsuccessful attack, but still they're in a good stead to take this. By stay, they're in good stead. But actually, Taz and Lordy open up. There comes a reply though, but still looks like a 4-on-2 situation, or not even that anymore. I blame HLTV in that situation. My PC was lagging.
So MoB still in the lead, 5-2, and they don't want to let MYM build up any momentum. Obviously, they're on the stronger CT side, and could probably give them a good few rounds just from the momentum. It looks like Kuban again is going to open up here with 2 frags onto Insano and Hollis. Neo with 1 there. Finally, Kuban is going to get dropped, and Lucky's going to come around here as well. Noit just on the outside, last man standing, up against 4 from MYM. And seems to be keeping his cool in this situation, but he's got a lot to do, just spamming up there towards Ladder. Neo going to pick him off, and that's going to be 5-3. And slowly but surely, MYM start coming back into this one.
Yeah, but I mean, MoB's attack was good in a sense of, you know, decision making. It was just unfortunate when attacking versus CT in that upper, you've got to go through all kinds of fray of fire, grenades, and it's just, you know, complete at a disadvantage. But actually, the movement into the room, the grenades they did was successful. They just went able to pick up any kills in the room.
Yeah, it's going to be a push on ramp room this time. Neo's going to be ready, and he's going to get a few. Oh, he's not. He's going to be shut down there by Lim, and Hollis grabbing 1 as well. Kuban playing very campy on top of the Hut there, and Taz going to finish things off. So obviously MoB were on the save, and It didn't really matter what they did. They just went for the power into the top and were taken out. So 5-4, and this could be the round to level things up. But, you know, already MoB have got 5 rounds, which is quite nice against a team like MYM on the weak side as well. And if they can get another couple, they're going to be really happy.
Well, yeah, hopefully really happy, we can call it that, but never complacent. So we'll see what MoB can make of the rounds on the first half.
Yeah. Noit actually taking a look with the AWP on the outside. Paladin going to go spraying through the walls. Insano doing the same thing. So just trying to get a bit of HP away from MYM. Look, is actually sniping. Spots one up on top of red box, and it was Noit the AWP in a completely blatant position there. And Jesus, I keep calling him Jesus because he's tagged up as Jesus.
Yeah.
Look was
Well, actually, Noit had backup from Lim, but I mean, you know, trying to attack outside versus Look there is, well, I wouldn't say a bad idea, but just unfortunate.
Noit had already looked around. Lim
there's the revenge.
Come in there. Yeah, Noit had already looked around inside of the garage and obviously just gone, well, I'll just jump on red box and see what I can see from there. And as soon as he did that, he was shut down. Insano, and Hollis going to change the course of this round, though. Lim coming in as well. Wow. Taz going to go down. What can Lord do up on top of rafters? He's 3-on-1. Bomb is, it's going down lower. So that's going to be planted here.
Lord B, not sure if he's going to go on the save, but he's entering lower at the moment.
He's going in, to be honest. He's going to go around the side and try and pick this one off. I think he's just seen someone, actually, from MoB. Not sure if they saw him.
Paladin.
Just going to sit there. Paladin and Insano just making the move out, and Lord actually just set up here for the exit kill. He's going to get flashed, double flashed, in fact, in that area. And Insano just going to come running in and shut him down. So a good round from MoB, you've got to say there. Yeah,
no, that was really fantastic round. Lim losing his teammate in that situation, stayed kind of hidden, and then took his, obviously, weapon, sniped out Luke, but also Lim really nicely on the rotation. As soon as there was kills in the ramp room, he instantly went into the upper bomb site to kind of catch the rotation, caught one, which made it, you know, infinitely easier for his team to secure a round. So 6-4 in favor of MoB.
Yeah, bomb going to be thrown down to the ground for safekeeping there by MoB. Picked up eventually by Hollis, who was obviously the strat caller here for MoB. Again, he's going to be picked off by Luke inside ramp room, and they really don't want to be pushing Luke too heavily there, because he will absolutely destroy them in that area. Let's take a peek. Luke seems to be somewhat backing away. MoB are completely undecided by the looks of things of where to go. And I mean, MYM, if you saw the overlay of them, they're basically just spread out in a massive line to stop them coming anywhere near. It looks like Taz and Cuban.
Yeah, but I mean, even 5v5 on terrorist side versus MYM is an uphill struggle. So once you get your first man sniped, you know, that's why the regroup's happening. And so we'll see if they can pull off a successful attack here as the bomb just gets picked up by Lim there.
Yeah, Flash is going to go through into Hut there. It looks like they're going to try again and go down through ramp now. It's not a bad idea, I guess, but, you know, look, he's going to be watching that with up, so you better hope that he's flashed. He's not going to be flashed. He's going to pick off Noit. Oh, it looked like he connected on the second one there as well. Let me try and get through. I guess Paladin is on 5 health, so he's not going to be looking too good. Lim comes rushing through again. Looks ready for him. And look, actually destroying MoB here with his up inside ramp. He got 3 this round. Neo with 1 onto Hollis there. And now it's all up to Paladin. And Taz is going to close him down. And that's going to bring us to 6-5 now. Still MoB leads on the terrorist side, but they could do with getting the 8, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But Luke playing really nicely there, and Hallis had the bomb at the end, very undecisive of where he was going to go, and Neo was to come in and clean him up. But I mean, still though, going good for MoB. They ain't going to complain about this half whatsoever, but they're not going to be complacent to see if they can make more of this situation as they attack then upper.
Nice stuff there on the pistol, kind of what you want, apart from Taz, who just kind of crouched there behind the box and just absolutely ripped through that MoB attack. And there were 2 left at the end for Cuban to mop up, which he did. And now the game is actually all tied up, 6-all. With just a couple of rounds left now. Both of these teams will want to go, well, especially MYM will want to go into the second half in the lead as the smokes go out to cover the outside area. It looks like MoB could send a couple that way. At least Lim looks to be probably going to jump up on the red rock, or at least try to, and then miss. That's not a good sign when you can't make that jump. MYM already got the defense set up there. Neo going to come rushing through there into radio room.
Yep.
And Insano just not ready for that one. And that's the kind of thing, you know, that separates the good players and the great players. Just that random element of unpredictability that sometimes comes out.
Absolutely, and you kind of throw it in when you just got a feeling that it's the right thing to do. I mean, Neo's not the kind of player that constantly does that, so you expect him. I mean, he's going to do it in certain times that will make an important kill, and so we'll see if this one can secure him another round, which actually put him in the lead if they manage to take this.
So MoB seemingly are pushing down in towards that lower area. Lim takes down Lord. Hollis shuts down Kuban, and it's now a 3-on-3 situation. Great stuff from Hollis there, grabbing 2. Paladin going to take down Neo. Fantastic stuff, and as soon as he did that, I saw his little chat button light up on the screen, so I guess he was screaming at some point. But that's going to put MoB back into the lead then, 7-6, and if they can take this one going 8-6, you know, that'd be fantastic, or even 9-6.
Yeah, but actually just a brilliant play from Hollis. His reaction and just kind of pinpoint position on that kind of quick switched kill was just to be, well, admired.
Yeah, Hollis going to go in now. Paladin grabbing 2, Lord killing himself. Not exactly sure what happened there, but either way, it's now a 3-on-2 in favor of MoB. Grenade's going to go up there. Bomb going to be planted as well. As Luck gets grenaded in the face and shot down there as well by Hollis. And Hollis really picking his game up now. Takes down Neo. And that's going to put them 8-6 in the lead. Last round of the first half. And 9-6 would be a fantastic T-side against MYM.
Yeah, I'm not particularly sure Hollis deserved that kill onto Neo there. I mean, Neo had him in his sights first, but that is the way it goes. We've seen it a lot in Counter-Strike, but still Hollis, sorry, kind of getting all the luck, if you will. But as we say, I like to think creators create their own luck.
Grenades going into the upper area, then trying to stop the rush through the hut. Here comes Luck. He's going to go aggressive up through the radio room. He's just taking a peek around.
He's going to meet Insano.
Looks like they are possibly ready. That's 2 CTs actually that have pushed right up here. And Luck actually just going to wait. He's just fired his gun, which is obviously going to give his position away a little bit here. And Noit is actually watching into radio room. He's going to try and peek around here, and he's going to meet up there with Luck, who shuts him down. Surely Luck's going to go a bit more aggressive now. Lim going to take him out. Neo's there as well for backup. Lim down to 3 HP. Going to grenade inside of that room. Flashes and smoke. He threw every single one of his grenades through there.
3-on-4 then, in favor of MYM.
Yeah, Neo now in the ramp room. Paladin inside hut is going to be in trouble if he tries to push himself out there. He's going to grenade again through the walls. 3-on-4.
And actually, Lin and Insano are moving into ramp room. Neo heard him, and he's going to drop down into lower. And actually, Insano and Paladin seem to be sneaking back round into upper. So we'll see what they can make of this situation.
Sneaky, sneaky. Insano going to go out there first. Kuban going to be ready for it. Lim going to come up ladder, but Taz is not stupid either. He spots him coming in, and Kuban mops up, shuts down Paladin. That's going to be half-time, and that's going to be 8-7 first half, which on T-side for MoB against MYM is just fantastic.
But we've been seeing a lot of kind of better T-sided attacks this tournament. I mean, or round, half. So, I mean, that's going really well so far. But, I mean, would you like to call this early if you would? No. No, I mean, I'm going to say MoB just because I just think it's going to happen. I think it will happen twice. I think Lightning. Thunder's going to strike twice. Thunderstruck, AC/DC. I like that track. But yeah, Lightning's going to strike twice in this tournament in these group stages. It's got a feeling. I think it's something when we cast the game, we just cause bad luck.
It's certainly possible. I mean, MYM obviously a top team, 2 times ESWC champions. Again, one of those teams.
It's one of those teams that like, you don't expect to lose.
Fnatic, like you could say they are possibly the best team in the world.
Yeah, but it's one of those situations. So you've got MYM that just won double ESWC, if you know what I mean, and if they don't make it through the group stage, and then you've got MTW, the esports team of the year. And if they don't make it through Crusade, that's the kind of feeling I've got about this game at the moment. And MoB, you know, 8-7. They're going to be happy, as I always say, not complacent whatsoever, but they're going to be thinking, okay, we can beat them. You know, but the thing is, hopefully that pressure doesn't come to them, because there's always like a realization when you play someone better than you, and then you actually kind of you just go when you play your A game, then all of a sudden you start realizing, going, oh my God, we could actually beat them, and then the pressure and the adrenaline starts getting too high, and then you actually just throw it away.
Well, I mean,
that can happen with professional
this
players.
is so awesome just for the American Counter-Strike scene, right? I mean, it's been so long since they've had a team like 3D Complexity. They went, and then they were like, CS 1.6 is kind of dead in America. And then obviously X3O, MoB, everyone's still playing. And I think they really deserve to have a team, the Americans. And although, you know, the whole American against Europe rivalry doesn't really bother me, but I think the Americans kind of deserve to have some teams that are capable of beating MYM and MTW again.
Oh, you can never say Americans are like worse gamers, because actually in Quake they've been doing really well, fantastically. So you know, it's kind of been across games. I think, you know, obviously when you look at stuff like Warcraft 3, you're never really going to have the the kind of presence that maybe, you know, Asia has before Europe and then over to America. But anyway.
Yeah, here comes the pistol round. MYM seemingly going to rush the ramp room here. 2 people inside ramp. Paladin getting the frag onto Neo there. Noit grabbing one as well, and it's kill for kill at the moment. And Noit actually just running out of bullets there. Finally reload, shuts down Luck, and is mopping up at the moment. It is going to be 2-on-2. Bomb in the hands of Kuban. So it's Kuban B and Lord B, apparently, at the moment, against Noit and Insano. Bomb going to be planted here in the upper side. Insano just missing out on the headshot there. He's going to go close, squeak it, which is a wise thing to do. Actually, the bomb is going to be planted in lower. Let's see if Insano can do anything. Kuban shuts down Noit, and it looks like pistol round could be going to MYM. Here comes Insano, grabs one frag, but he's not going to get the second. And a good try there from Insano. But actually, that brings us all level once again at 8-all.
Yeah, and it's the way the first half started for MoB. But I mean, I expect MYM to make more of this situation than, well, I can't say more, because MoB made a great kind of effort to pick up all those original frags. But I mean, MYM are going to be feeling confident. So unless MoB can pick up a really good pistol round, pistol defense, I mean, they're going to be feeling the pressure, and they're going to be feeling MYM's kind of reputation right now.
Yeah, of course, and they can't really afford to buy, obviously, third round, because, you know, the CT side more expensive, blah, blah, blah. But MYM are just going to keep the pressure on, and that's I guess what kind of separates, you know, the good teams and like those that you consider to be world champions. As Lord is going to shut down Lim there as they move in once again. MYM have been in this position before. They know exactly what they need to do with it. They know what, you know, what emotions they need to have running through them to get back into this one. They know if they get too angry or, you know, annoyed, then things aren't going to go their way.
But actually, that could be annoying, as Noit picks up a kill onto Taz. I don't think he's going to be able to claim the weapon out of there, but I mean, you can see actually MoB were trying to play on the, well, just trying to play around the backs of MYM, but MYM playing it very safe on the outside and finally moving in, and it is going to be Noit, the last man standing. Yeah,
Noit does have a Galil that is stolen. He's going up against 3, including Luck, who does have the bomb. He's going to start moving out through the hut, and Lord is going to be waiting there. MYM again had the crossfire set, 1 on top of hut, 1 in the outside garage looking in, and then obviously 1 planting the bomb. So that's going to be MYM in the lead.
9-8.
9-8 it is. And they can run away with this one if, I guess, if they took it steady and just kept that momentum moving and moving and moving, then I think that they'd just gradually, finally get there, you know, and win the game. But MoB certainly shouldn't be counted out just yet. They just need to try and break this momentum that MYM have seemingly built up in the last couple of rounds, and they could do that by going a little bit more aggressive here. 3 in the lobby for MYM. 2 of them are actually up on the 2nd level of the ladder. Taz just going to throw the bomb down there. Neo on the outside, Kuban threw it in the hut.
Insane's going to meet trouble in a second as he's waiting outside. There we go, that was the trouble. Neo picks him off.
There goes Taz as well onto Noit, and Lim's actually moving his way around the outside. And MYM, you got to give them the credit, just holding their guns at the moment. They're just sitting there, soaking up all the attacks, and every time I move to a different person, I'm missing the kills as Lim is going to be taken out. There goes Hollis. He is the last one remaining as he drops down onto the window frame right in front of Taz. Got a good couple of hits off, knocked Taz down to 27. But in the end, he died, and that is going to be 10-8.
Yeah, so finally we're going to have guns then onto MoB Gaming. And as you say, MYM playing those 3 rounds, you know, or 2 rounds after the pistol round fantastically, holding their range, kind of like keeping the distance and utilizing their advantage and, you know, just kind of putting the pressure on when they want and completely controlling the you know, the pace of the map. So let's see how MYM do then when MoB have guns.
Yeah. Bad grenade there from, I'm not sure who that was, to Taz's left there. Grenade's coming through once again, and it's going to be a heavy ramp room rush this time. Kuban is going to move his way through back towards the ladder.
Yeah.
Looks like they are going to be pushing right around. Kuban and Lord both grabbing a frag each there. Lim did take down Luck, and it's an upper push this time. So MoB are going to have to get themselves back around. It's 2 against 4. Paladin and Insano surely... They're going to be trying to hold on to the guns this time. Instead, Taz going to flash, then shut down Insano. And Paladin is the last one. He's actually sat inside vents at the moment. He's just going to hold it off, Jay.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Paladin and Insano were holding ramp, okay? And then they had a 3-man rush against them. They threw grenades in, but both of them were positioned kind of near the box that they decided, okay, the best thing to do is to drop lower. As soon as they did, the whole team of MYM decided, well, there's no one here. Let's just rotate round, you know, and then go in upper. And that completely destroyed, you know, any kind of defense that MoB were going to put up. So bad ramp play. You know, they could have positioned slightly better to have someone actually available to help and stop people get up that ladder. Just, no, yeah. Shouldn't have been that way. Shouldn't have been that easy for MYM. No way. Especially not on the buy round for MoB. They're going to be disappointed with that. Vinny is screaming right now.
Yeah, so 10-7 the score. There's a grenade. Sorry, 11-7. You're trying to trick me by just putting four leads in one. Oh, damn you. So MYM again setting up. Lord at the moment is 7-0, whereas MoB guys struggling to pick it up. Paladin, Insano, Lim all down on 1 and 4. Grenades being exchanged, but no real push yet from MYM. They've got 1 on the outside just to keep an eye. In fact, they've got 2 on the outside there. That's going to mean flashes into that upper bomb site. Neo going to go in there, taking a peek up towards Rafters. 1 appearing in front of him. Hollis going to shut down Kuban. They're going to be on the save here as well. As once again, Paladin grabs a frag with the M4. Noit with 1 as well. Kill for kill here at the moment. Paladin shuts down Lord. This could be a round for MoB. It is going to be great stuff from Paladin again. Playing aggressive on the high point there. And that's going to be another round finally back to for MoB. And still, this game can certainly go either way. MoB now have broke that momentum. They just need to get some of their own going. And if they can pull it back to the second half score of 4-all, then that's going to be really great for them.
Yeah, it will be. But, I mean, actually, they defended that CT side kind of 4 versus 5 as Insano was nowhere to be seen as he was rotating very slowly towards the outside. But see, that's a nuke for you on CT side. Sometimes you just only need 4 men.
There he goes, Insano again, just spraying through the walls, hoping that MYM are going to push through. And we've seen a boost up onto that red cliff, just overlooking the outside area. And in comes Kim onto Taz as they try to push it in there. Still, Lim is going to be holding off out there. There goes Paladin with a huge double again. Neo with 2 of his own, with 3 of his own. Is Neo going to be able to mop up? Insano, the last one remaining, 42 HP, and he could catch them by surprise here in vents. There's 2 remaining for MYM. 1 is going to be Kuban. No, sorry, 1 is going to be Luck. And the other is going to be Neo. And they've got a minute. They don't want to go anywhere yet. Actually, Neo is right next to that vent that Insano just climbed up. Yeah,
and actually Insano changing direction to the other vent, so he's actually got cover if he goes through. Bomb looking to be planted.
Oh! He should have gone for him first time there, and you know, he had Neo in his sights. He was a bomb planter. He could have done possibly a little bit better there. But either way, score now is 12-9.
But was it a case of Neo actually started to run then to suggest that he could come up behind him? I mean, because it didn't seem like he was walking the whole way to plant the bomb, and actually making footsteps, but then having a look to cover you could have been a nice little sound strategy.
Here comes a big rush from MYM straight into that upper bomb site, and Neo is going to shut down Hollis. Oh, Paladin, Insano, Lim, all going to go down. Noit finally gets a consolation frag there, and Lord gonna chase him out there. Couple of hits with the Glock, and he's going down. So that's 1 point closer to the victory here for MYM. They know they need to win this game. I mean, they could still look to mug and mouse, I guess, but they'd still probably go through anyway. But that is like 13 now to 9 in favor of MYM. So they are looking good to take a win, I guess.
Yeah, MoB desperately needing to stop the momentum. I mean, one round they did it, but afterwards it just didn't work out. So let's see if they can get that another round on the board and then get some momentum. But as again, a less experienced team maybe, so we'll see how they handle the pressure.
Spraying through the walls here again is Neo. Noit just stood on ramp. Looks like Paladin could go a little bit more aggressive here. MYM still not quite set up for the move. Look, going to go in and pick up the bomb. We could see a bit of a push here now as they go into lobby. 4 of them in there, and actually that was a good flash that came around from radio room. Lim's actually just on the outside, peering through the glass, looking towards the outer areas. There's still no push from MYM. Let's see some nades and then a push. They've spotted one inside ramp room. Lovely grenade coming in there from MoB. But Kuban is going to push himself through right into the ramp room, and he comes in there beside Lim. Going to take him down, and it looks like they've got control now of this upper bomb site completely. Team kill there from Luke. Neo takes down Hollis, but the bomb is going to be planted. Noit is one that remains along with Insano. Insano got 7 HP right now, so he's going to want to just back away, keep a hold of that M4, and hide.
Yeah, I mean, every time MYM attack successfully in any one area, it doesn't mean at all that there's a rotation, to help out that side. Everyone almost goes in at the same time. It's complete chaos, and we see kills happening so quickly. It's just, they are aggressive and just taking advantage of MoB, being under pressure, and, MYM are cool, calm, and collective. Actually, there's a consolation kill. Insano picks up one. And is he going to be able to hold his gun? Yes, he is. Yes. So 7-1 then the half, 14-9 the score.
Yeah, 14-9. It's looking more and more like MYM will be able to hold off for the victory here. And we'll see if MoB, who are on the stronger CT side, but don't quite seem to be able to do anything with it at the moment. Here comes a fast grenades into the upper side. It's a fast rush from MYM. Look, going to be the first one in there. He shuts down one. Taz gets another. Insano is going to come in for a bit of backup, at least for a while, until Taz takes him out there. Bomb planted. Look with a 4th. Neo with a 5th. And that is going to put MYM on game point.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of MYM versus MoB that you would expect to see. I mean, first half, maybe a little bit of a surprise from MoB, but I mean, they're having the worst second half they could almost possibly have. They've got a consolation almost around, but it wasn't really consolation. They've been working really hard. They've come, but like lately, it hasn't even been close as far as the amount of men standing left for MYM.
Yeah, and again, MYM set up inside the lobby, and that's one thing that they do really well. They just hold and hold and hold until they get that initial pick, and then they'll go for that, or maybe come back and go the different ways. But at the moment, MoB just can't contain them. They can't keep them penned into that one area. Even using the nades, like Taz now is just running freely through the ramp room, and that's going to let him get almost anywhere on the map as he goes there up the ladder. Finally, Hollis going to shut him down. Kuban is going to push now with Lord through that hut, and there is one there by the vents. Jesus. Okay, look, he's going to grab 2 frag. Kuban going up there on the ladder. But it was Look that got a frag, and Kuban drops down, kills himself, and that puts MYM up to 16 points, of course, giving them the game. 9-1 in this second half. And as you said, to be honest, MoB are having an absolutely terrible
I don't know what they're doing on defense. Every time they put people on... Yeah, that explains a lot,
No, but realistically, like they don't seem to be adapting to what MYM are doing. You see now, like it's going to be a fast rush, lots of nades coming in, and they just don't know what to do. There are no nades going into Hut.
Well, most of the MoB team are actually in radio room now, so well, they were in radio room. Now they're dead in radio room. But I mean, it's the thing. It's like the ramp room defense hasn't been strong whatsoever. People have been running across that and actually getting up to ladder, which completely puts everyone out of position. And even when they do these fast attacks in upper, they're successful. And those attacks shouldn't be that successful. Especially when you're playing, buy versus buy, they shouldn't be that successful. So MoB just probably not showing their true colors. But MYM obviously are showing their true ESWC, if you like, title colors. But obviously the bigger tournament, ESL, building up to the grand finals. They're going to be wanting to win all the globals that they can.
Yeah, there goes Kuban onto Insano. Finally, we get some nades at the start to try and slow that MYM attack down. It kind of did the job, but still, MYM seemingly ripping through MoB. I'm not sure whether it's just MoB being a little bit too aggressive. In comes Lord, and Paladin's going to go down, and that makes his second half 11-1. And we've got 5 rounds remaining here in the second half.
5 rounds to boot, but that does mean that Group D has kind of gone the way that you expect the group to go, which is going to be MIBR and MYM qualifying.
3 rounds, not 5 rounds.
It's all right. I'm sure people didn't notice either. Yeah. Actually, in the room that they see at home, they actually have a proper scoreboard. So yeah, people actually do know.
So when I tell them, they'll be like, "This guy is really dumb.
This guy can't
He's also
read
really
the screen."
tired, But we're here until we finish the games for the day. There goes Lord onto Limp. And more nades going through. And MYM actually are just taking the mickey now because they were in the upper bomb site and then they went, there's no one here. Let's just run through into radio room and kill all them. And then they're probably going to run back into the upper bomb site.
They're playing search and destroy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Paladin just not able to do anything there as Kuban runs straight in, headshots him. And again, look, he's going to take down Hollis, who just came up the ladder from the fence. I
love the way you just like, it's not even casting there. You're like, look, this guy's dead. Look what's going on right now. That guy's dead.
But the point is that MoB just seem to have, I don't know what's happened to them, whether they've just,
Mate, they
I don't want to be too harsh. Because,
I think Vinny sat down and he's playing. Vinny's calling strats.
They played really well in the first half against MYM, and it's just kind of fell to bits right now. So maybe the pressure got a little bit too much. They thought they could win. And
well, it's the whole, I think it's the realization factor. I'd like to put it down to that. The realization you can beat MYM actually gets to you.
Yeah, so there goes Taz again. Let's see where this MYM attack's going. They've got the complete freedom of the outside. And as Taz grabs 2, Kuban with 1 as well there. Finally, Hollis and Lim are going to wake up. 2 coming in from the outside. Lim takes down 1. That was Neo. 2 on 2. Looking Taz against Hollis and Lim. Taz is going to walk straight through the outside. Straight into ramp room and probably knife him in the back. Still pushing his way around through that ramp room. Going to spot 1 there. Finally, Hollis is going to do the job. Here comes Look with the up on the wall. 1D to the head of Lim. And then Hollis is going to go up against, look, 27 HP against 18.
They're asking for HPs on people.
Asking for his HP when he died.
You killed me around 70 or so. You know he's lying.
Look on the outside. Hollis just climbing the ladder up onto the inside. not sure where Luke's going at the moment. Just kind of, backing his way around and completely fooling Hollis. Hollis has got no idea where Luke's going to come from.
Yeah, so actually both players then on low HP. 20 seconds remain for Luke to get the bomb down. And he actually just walked past it. Yeah, there you go, he's seen it now. He's like, yeah, there it is.
He was making sure there was no one there, because when he picks the bomb, it makes a noise.
No, he wasn't. He missed it. I'm actually watching the overview map, so I don't know. Yay, MoB win.
Yeah.
What?
A nice round actually from Hollis. He did the right thing there. I mean, some people would have, gone to explore, move to somewhere where they can move between the 2 levels faster in case a plank comes in. But, he kind of gambled, I guess you could say, on the upper side, and it paid off. So, final round of the game, then it's 12-2 the second half in favour of MYM, which is not very good from MoB. After that fantastic first half, did amazingly well, but just couldn't keep it going. Neo going to shut down Insano, and again MYM forced their way into ramp room very quickly. Neo and Taz again grabbing the frags on the upper bomb side this time. Now it's all down to one. Paladin with the FAMAS with 47 HP, going to be taken out by Lord, and that is going to be 13-2 in the second half, and MYM take the victory.
Yeah, good games exchange, and a deserving victory actually by MYM there, playing a fantastic T-side. And it's weird, we're seeing a lot of better T-side performances in this tournament. I don't think it's the CT side being bad. Well, okay, that CT game was particularly bad, but the T-sides are generally, you know, pulling through, and it's, you know, pretty impressive still by MoB to do that good of a T-side versus MYM.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, whether it's MYM or just, you know, slow starters in that game or, or what. I mean, you can't take anything away from MoB. They played, a great game at the start. They just kind of stumbled over and died at the end.
Well, they picked up some pace there at the end, MYM. But, I mean, so we can kind of almost conclude, maybe not too early, we hope, but maybe MYM and MRBR should qualify. But actually, we're going to be coming to a game later in Group D also, which is going to be MoB versus MIBR. So we'll see if...
that could be a good game.
Yeah, it could potentially. And again, even if MoB beat MIBR, that could really mess the group up and would put a lot of people on, you know, kind of, you know, in the same situations. And that's when the rounds come into play.
Yeah.
And, you know, so still the performance, you know, there was a decent enough amount of rounds. But if you are almost bored of watching us, which I imagine you are, and you want to see something that's going on in LA, they have actually done us a nice little video, a little video tour, if you will, of what we're missing out on here in Germany. So that was nice of them, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, well, maybe we should do one for them and then send it back.
Yeah, this is us at 5 a.m. in Germany. There's the dustbin, man. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at that video. So if we can go to that video, that'd be awesome.
Welcome to Los Angeles, the city of nice beaches, the city of Hollywood, and also the city where the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge is taking place. Counter-Strike teams and World of Warcraft teams from all over the world have come here, and they will compete for a lot of prize money and also for additional slots at the Continental Finals. Let me take you on a tour and show you what this weekend will be all about. This year's Global Challenge is taking place at E4All, which is a gaming convention that was meant to replace E3, but hasn't really grown to that size yet. Well, anyway, there's a lot of different games that you can play here as a spectator, but the core of it is, of course, the Intel Extreme Masters Tournament. If you come to the Intel booth, you will have some PCs where you can test different games on the newest CPUs, but we can then head over to the tournament area. And the tournament area is where it all happens. Counter-Strike and World of Warcraft, everything is taking place here, and we already see the teams, they're setting up their PCs, and some are waiting for the entrance here. Well, I can see behind there that the first group stage, the first two groups have just finished, and they will be now switching over to groups C and D. There's a lot of tension in those groups, and especially group C is really hard, as we do have MYM and Made in Brazil in there. Tomorrow, World of Warcraft teams will be joining up. They've not started yet today, but they will be coming in tomorrow, and they will show what they're worth. Anyway, I guess we should have a closer look at the tournament area, so just join me in going to the very core. We have arrived at the tournament area, and like I said, the first two groups are almost done. We did have a very nice situation in Group A where MTW didn't manage to win against Rocket, or Gameplay as they are now called, and it still comes down to two deciding matches which are about to be played. Groups C and D are setting up. You can see Made in Brazil behind me already being at their computers, and the first match that we will see of Made in Brazil will be against Meteor Makers, the Polish squad formerly of PGS. That's going to be one of the most exciting matches, I guess. And also, we will see Fnatic again, as they've made it out of the group stage. We'll also see X3O, who managed to qualify. And I'm sure there's a lot of interesting Counter-Strike matches to be played this weekend. So just stay tuned with ESL TV and watch the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge live from Los Angeles.